Hi guys, what's up? I'm very sure you're wondering why the only thing you can see are my eyes and my brows. Well, that's because this video is all about the brows. Yes, I have finally done an eyebrow tutorial. I have received so many requests to do this, like so many requests. So today's video is basically going to show you how I fill in my brows. I'm going to show you two ways I fill in my brows, using pencils and using pomade. If you are interested in finding out how I fill in my brows, and if you want to learn a thing or two about filling in your own brows, you know what I'm saying, then continue watching this video and I'll see you guys on the flip side. Show you how I fill my brows using two products, pencils and a pomade. I use this brow for pencils and this one is for the pomade. So the pencils I use are 100 naira each, and you can get them in the market. I get one brown and I get a black. The brown is number 18 and the black I think is number 1. If you're filling in your brows and you're having issues figuring out where it should start, where the arch should be, or where it should end, this will really help you. You can take a brush and you can line it up here. So what's supposed to happen is that here is supposed to meet up where your brow is supposed to start. If you do like this, if you slant it across your nose like this, and your eye here, where the brush is where your arc or arch is meant to be. So that's gonna be here. And then you further slant it to your nose and you line it up with your eye like this. And it will show you where your brow is supposed to end. So before I start filling in my brows, I always brush them out. Have a spoolie. This is the Bobbi Brown spoolie. It doesn't have a number. You can get a spoolie from anywhere and everywhere basically. And it's just good to brush out your brows to see what you're working with. You can brush them up, you can brush them down, but what I like to do is I just like to comb through like this. When I fill in with my pencils, I first use brown. And since I've already determined that my brow should start here, I start with the brown and just start light strokes. Very, very light strokes. And filling it in like so. I also like to use my hands or my fingers to kind of like wipe away excess product. Yeah. Just light strokes. To fill in the beginning of your brow and you're already getting to the arch, this is the point where you need to determine what kind of brow you want. Do you want a high brow, like do you want a brow with a very exaggerated edge, or do you want a straight brow, or do you want like, you know, it just depends on what exactly you want. And then, you know, I'm just gonna go for a very, very simple, like I'm just gonna fill my brow the same way I fill my brow every day. To my tail, but when it comes to the brow or my brows in general, I usually like to draw a very exaggerated brow, because when I'm using my concealer to clean up, I don't clean off too much. I just clean off like enough to make sure that there's still product left to make a brow. At this point, I go in with my spoolie and I blend out the brown. The reason why I like to use two pencils when I'm filling in my brows is because I feel the black, this brown, sorry, I feel this brown is too light, so I like to darken it using this black. So I'm just gonna start from the middle. I'm not gonna start from here. I'm gonna start from here and start to slowly fill in. Now that I have filled it in with the black, I'm gonna go back with my spoolie and blend everything together. And that is basically a rough draft of my brow. It's time to use concealer to clean it up. There is a small angled brow brush from Sigma. This is the E75. I really like this brush because it's really, really small and angled, so it helps with applying concealer. Concealer I'm using today is the LA Girl Pro Conceal in the shade Toffee. I'm gonna put a little bit of concealer on the back of my hand like this, And this should be enough for the two brows actually. I'm going to take my brush and dip it into the concealer just a little bit, because you don't want to put too much concealer and then you have a problem blending it out. I always think a little bit at a time is the way to go. Then I start to blend it. When I want to blend, I kind of exaggerate where I start. So start from a bit out there. As you can see, I've gone overboard. So I have to put in a bit more brown and black there. There we go. We have a nice good shape. Blend out the concealer. I'm going to use a foundation brush. This is a Sephora foundation brush, yeah. And I'm going to start blending the beginning first, like that. Now I'm going to take a finger and blend out the rest. And I also like to blend out the front of that brow so I can have like that faded effect. Just using my foundation brush to blend out the concealer. I like to do, to make sure that I do not have halo eye, is use a bit of foundation to blend out the concealer. This foundation is the Maybelline Dream Matte Mousse foundation, but you can use any foundation you like. I can take a little bit of it, put it on my brush, and start to blend out the concealer so it doesn't give me that exaggerated brow effect. There is the brow using only pencils. Now I'm going to do this brow using pomade. Now I feel like pomade is easier and better for people that don't have a lot of hair, because with the pomade you actually have a little bit more control and it's way easier to blend. With pencils it's a bit, I think pencils work better when it has hair to stick to. But here I have no hair on this brow. I don't know where it went, I don't know how it happened, but yeah. Products that I'm going to be using to show you how I fill in my brows using pomade is the Zaron Brow Definer. It has a pomade and a powder, but this is what I'm going to be using. I'll be using the angled brush that came with the pomade. I'm going to load the brush tip up with the product. I am going to start with, as usual, light strokes. So that this brow matches this brow, I'm going to use a little bit of black, but usually if I'm only using pomade I don't add black. I just leave it brown like that because I think it gives it a more a natural effect, and this shade of brown in this kit is perfect enough for me. I think it's great enough, it's a great brown, so I don't need to add black. Now it's time to clean up my brows. I'm going to use my concealer and my angled brush to apply it to, you know, shape and clean up the brow. Take my finger and blend the front out like that, and that out. My foundation brush and a little bit of foundation to blend out the concealer under this brow, because I do not really like having my concealer show when I do my brows. Here are the finished brows. I use pencils to fill in this brow, and I use pomade to fill in this brow. Thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope you learned something new. Do comment below about this video if you liked, if you didn't like it, what else you want me to film and show you guys. I will do that. You can follow me on social media. My icons are hovering up here. That's Snapchat, Instagram, and Twitter, and that is D3OLA. That's Deola, except an E, it's a 3. You can also like the official OmogeMuRa Facebook page. That is facebook.com/OmogeMuRa. Don't forget to subscribe. If you're watching this video on another channel, please go to the channel. There's gonna be a link, or you can just click on the title of this video, go to my channel and subscribe. I figured out that a lot of people are seeing my videos on other channels or other websites, so please just go to my channel. It's youtube.com/OmogeMuRa, and please subscribe. You will not regret it, I promise you. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked it, don't forget to give us a thumbs up, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye.